I really missed all you guys. I decided that the first kind of lesson we're going to do on our little at-home YouTube channel is that since I missed you so much and I couldn't see any of you guys, that we would create color wheel eyeballs. I know, it's very exciting. So I'm going to start by showing you how to draw an eye, and then we are going to start mixing some colors and making color wheel and fun stuff. So to start off with, I have a piece of paper sitting here and a pencil. You can use any kind of piece of paper. If you don't have paper at home, you could use the back of an empty cereal box or a piece of cardboard, anything that you can make a mark on and possibly add paint on. Right now, I was going to start with making my circles for my eye. We have stuff that I found around the house. I found this, which is a roll of tape. I found kind of a plastic drinking cup. I found a quarter, and I found this like nifty little like lid that I have on a jar in my kitchen. So you might go around and look for circles that might be good for making the parts of our eye. Now the first part of the eye that we are going to be making is the iris. I decided I wanted a big iris in my eye, so I'm going to use the big canister here. And I'm going to put it in the center. Hopefully my camera will focus. We're going to put it in the center here, as centered as I can get it on my paper. And then I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to trace around my giant circle. Now remember, you're going to need at least 3 sizes. You're going to need one here for the iris, which is the colored part of our eyes. I have brown as the colored part of my eyes, but some people have blue or green or hazel or gray. I've seen all kinds. Some have very interesting eyes which have colored parts that have browns and golds and greens mixed together. Eyes can be amazing in the colored part. The other circle size you're going to need is a size for the pupil. The pupil is the black part of our eye. It's like the lens of our eye that gets smaller or bigger depending on how much light we see. I want my pupil to be big enough, but not too big. Let's see, I'm going to try this size. That may be a little big, or do I want my pupil to be smaller, like it is dark? Because our pupils, if I did the small circle, it means that our pupils would be dark. If I did the big circle, it's going to be light. Alright, so I think that I'm going to do the small circle and make it so that my pupil is smaller, so I have more room on my iris part. I'm just tracing the best I can, making sure I don't push in too hard. I might go around a couple of times so I make sure that I get a nice line, but it doesn't have to be a perfect line, because you can always go back in and erase parts. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I found a quarter, and I'm putting a quarter in here not because this is part of the eye, but because I want to add a little highlight to my eye, because when light reflects it, you see little bits of light that reflects in people's eyes. Next time, go look at your eyes in the mirror, or go look at your parents' eyes or friends' eyes, and you'll see that if there are lights on, you'll see little reflections in their eyes that make them look a little bit more alive. I'm going to come in here and put in that circle for, there we go. So now I've got, this is going to be my pupil, the black part of my eye. This part's going to be the colored part of my eye. That's where we're going to make our colored wheel. Now we need to draw the outside of our eyeball. So I am going to come over here, and if you've been in any of my classrooms, will know that I like to think of the eyeballs as being like lemon shapes. And I always start by making a big sad face. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to make a big curved line, sad face, frown until it's to the edge of my paper. And I'll move this down so you can kind of see. We're making a big, like, up close eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and I'm going to do a big happy face shape on my eye. Now my eye kind of goes off the edge of the paper because I drew my lines very big, and that's okay. That's fine. We're just making a fun eye. Alright, so now I'm going to fast forward the next section. The next section you're going to see me do really fast, and that's because I am going to be making some lines in my iris here so that I know where I can put each color as I make a color wheel iris. So now you can see I have a plate here with some paint on it. I have 3 colors on the plate. Can you name those colors? We have what? Red and blue and yellow. These are our primary colors. They are the colors that make every other color up. And we're going to use them today to mix our colors. We're only going to use these 3 colors. Now, to people doing this at home, you can use any kind of paint for this. You can use little kids' Crayola tempera paint. You can use acrylic paints. You can use, I even have some watercolor paints like the Crayola watercolors. You can still do this with this. It's just you won't be able to mix them in the same way. You'll kind of have to put pick a little bit of the red, and you'll have to layer, like a little bit of red, clean your brush in the water, get a little bit of yellow, and mix them together to create your orange using watercolor. But I'm going to use this because it's easier to see on the camera. Also, if you don't have paints, you can use colored pencils and color one color on top of the other to try to make your other colors. So, now I'm going to stop, and we're going to take our eyeball that we made and we divide it up into 12 sections. You're going to have to make sure you have a section for yellow, for red, and blue. And when you mark them, you need to make sure that there's at least 3 spaces between each one. So I have red here, I have R to mark for red, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and then that's going to be my yellow. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be my blue. And those are my puppy dogs. So we're going to pause for a second and come back when they stopped barking. Alright, so as you can see, we've done a lot of work here. I've used a line and color and shape and some positive words that I wanted to leave for you guys to decorate the corners. Now on your own, you can do your own thing around your eyeball. You can write positive words, you can draw pictures, you can make designs with lines, you can design the outside whatever inspires you or others. I just want you to have fun with this project. If you're doing it with crayons, you're doing it with markers, whether you're doing it with paint like I did. I hope that we had fun making this little eyeball together since we can't see each other. At least I can, make art with you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye!